November 13th, 2015, a date still stuck in most of our heads because of the terrorist attacks in France. These attacks occurred at two different cities, Saint-Denis and Paris. These attacks were perpetrated by three distinct groups, but all belonging to ISIS. Now, these attacks were devastating, accounting for 137 deaths, most of the dead at the Bataclan Theater, where 89 perished. Used in the attacks were AK-47s, hand grenades, and explosive vests. Now, many nations were affected by this, having few German, Mexican, US, and United Kingdom residents killed, however most of which were French. This was the worst attack on French soil since World War II, and the worst attack on the European Union since the 2004 Madrid train bombing. This attack prompted Operation Shamal, launched 10 planes and 20 bombs to attack the city Raqqa in Syria, home to the headquarters of the terrorist group ISIS. Military applications in France soared from an estimated 100 per day to 1,500 per day, as a new sense of patriotism rose from these attacks. Now, this affected many things in France as they closed the borders and declared a national state of emergency, closing borders, schools, and even the Eiffel Tower indefinitely. Now, the French government on November 18th still came out and said that they plan on accepting 30,000 refugees from Syria over the next 3 years, as many people were displaced by the ISIS presence in Syria. And many neighboring nations have shown their support, as in the US, we lit the Statue of Liberty up in the France colors, and the Christ the Redeemer statue in South America was also lit, and many neighboring countries have began the conversation of closing its borders to Syrian refugees, as some of the perpetrators of the attack are from Syria and is where ISIS is located. However, France still welcomes Syrian refugees with open arms, as this is not the case for the majority of the citizens. Now, these attacks were absolutely devastating and should be in all of our hearts and remind us that there is still a large threat to free nations everywhere, and as such, there have been French raids killing the suspected perpetrator of these attacks. Let me look at his name so I don't absolutely butcher it, but Abdulhamid Abaoud was one of the casualties as he was hunted down and killed.